everybody. How are you? I just stole an EJ's boat today, so it's kind of cute. It's kind of I like how it works. You know, just simple like this with like Velcro kind of thing, and I just put it on my hair, and that's it. Kind of nice. EJ is non-binary, so he's testing a bunch of stuff on his hair, and I just don't want to move my hair. Kind of cute. Hi everybody, how are you? I gotta say that. Oh, the background noise still going on. That's very weird. Wait a minute. Check. Is it better now? Are there any background noise? Better now? Huh. Okay. Can you give me a check on the sound? Did you still hear any background noise or what? But it's on the computer? There's supposed to be no background noise. Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay. Hi, everybody. To be honest, I'm a little bit tired today because yesterday I just had a road trip on my ding dong automatic motorbike, and I drove about 150 miles, about nearly 200 kilometers on my automatic motorbike, and I went to the mountain, and then I got back in just one day. So to deal with some of my business on the mountain. So my right arms kind of tired from the shoulder to the finger. I got sunburn. I wear a glove, but my glove is like half, only here. So from here down, I got sunburn. It's fine. I have to test my YouTube sound again. Weird. Why the heck? I don't hear any. No, there's no sound. Yeah, good. Okay. Alright. Oh, thank you, Star Fox. EJ is not home yet. There are many reasons for it, but one of it was, well, we see that there's some lack of pilots in Europe and the USA or something, because not just EJ, but many of my friends said that the flights got cancelled and delayed and rescheduled, and lots of people are stuck in Europe right now because they stop in Europe for the next destination, and they stuck in Europe. They cannot go out or even fly back. So it's pretty I don't know what's going on over there. It's pretty bad, and I remember that EJ a while ago, and when he rescheduled his flight, he called the service to do that, and they said that they would call him back in 5 to 9 hours, and that it was freaking long already. But okay, but he just waited and nobody called him back, so he had to drive to the airport to the flight ticket. I lost my English skill. The service booth, and ask them to schedule it, and they can't even check the date and the flight to choose the cheapest flight, and EJ had to guess a date and a time so they can choose it. What's going on? This is so bad. Oh, this is a pretty complicated answer, but I will try to answer you. What do Vietnamese think about the war in Ukraine? Complicated. But I gotta say that most of Vietnamese all agree that nobody wants war. And having war sucks. We don't want to have war anywhere in the world. And of course, Ukraine is in that. But we also, at the same time, we're aware that fascism is rising in the Ukraine. And we also aware of the fact that about, I don't know when, 2010s or something, around 2010s, they just honored a literal Nazis to be the national hero. And we really hated that. And also the Euromaidan situation happened in 2014. So we are very well aware of Nazism in Ukraine, and they are backed by the West. So at the same time, we don't like them in a sense that they desperately want to be a part of NATO. And NATO is an extremely imperialist organization that been threatening the whole world. So, yes, it is a fact that we don't want war. We don't want any country to be in war. But at the same time, we're aware that there's something very wrong with the system and with the government of Ukraine right now. So, it's pretty complicated. We cannot say that it's black or white, right or wrong, or support or not support, because life is not that just simple. It's not. And we argue a lot. And also we don't want war because gas prices are getting more and more higher now. So it's freaking complicated situation. So that's what we think of the war in Ukraine. We don't have most of Vietnamese, I gotta say, most of Vietnamese people, especially Marxist, Leninists, and Communists, we are very nuanced people. We're also very dialectical materialist in a sense that we do not simplify things. And we tend to look at things from different angles, different perspectives, and in a very historical way. So to say that Vietnamese support or don't support a kind of extremely complicated situation like that, I just can't answer you. That is why we kind of do not understand how people in the West just simplify things a lot. And they just straight up, anti or support a thing without learning about it, without knowing all aspects about it. So it's, to us, it is pretty childish stance. Is that like you just don't study about it and just straight up do you even attack anybody who disagree with you? It's a very childish kind of perspective, I gotta say. And here's the thing, we also do understand that Ukraine is just, somebody said, my mom called me? Wait a minute. Alo mẹ. Con đang làm bận tí nhá. Chiều con gọi lại nhá. Nhanh. Vâng, cái 0451 đấy. Rồi đấy, để gửi luôn. Rồi nhanh. Vâng nhá. That's live a conversation with my mom, and I told her that I am working And she just opened my channel. She saw that I was listening to her phone on live. She was like, okay. I hung up. So that's my mom. I'm sending her some important. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Okay, back to the question. We also are aware that Ukraine is just, somebody said in the chat, Ukraine is just a battlefield. I gotta say that Ukraine is just a battlefield that they was bad luck enough to stuck into the war between Russia and the West. So, yeah, cute. And that's it. Oh, 2 shootings? I thought that there was one shooting happened in July 4th. But what's the second one? God damn it. Sadly, you cannot join the... You're asking about the Communist Party of Vietnam, right? We don't allow non-citizens to join the Communist Party of Vietnam. Sadly, we don't. What you want to do, if you want to do that, is first you need to learn Vietnamese. You need to get the Vietnamese citizen and then ask to join the Communist Party as Vietnamese citizen. That's the only way. So does the frequency of shootings of the USA seem like a civil war to you? Yes, it is. It's just we just know that society over there is just totally fucked. I mean, to us it seems like it's irredeemable at this point. But that is just from the outside perspective. I don't know a lot about the inside, but from the outside, just the mass shooting alone, and then the abortion becoming illegal, and the inflation rate, gas price, also the houselessness, no health care. What's going on? COVID-19 with the new variant. What do you expect? It's just, when will you start a revolution? Jeez. I'm sorry, but jeez, how can you survive in that society and still think that you still can work within the system and how somehow it still works? Seriously. More COVID-19 variants. It's the BA5. And Vietnam is struggling with this too. Also the monkeypox, a bunch of other kind of, might be pandemic in the future. So, oh, my hand's cute. Thank you. Don't you love freedom? I mean, what? I know you're making fun of the term, but I mean, what's the definition of freedom here? If freedom means in the U.S. term, it means bombs and bombs and drone strikes. No, I don't love that kind of freedom. Oh gosh. Yeah, you can't just leave. You can't. In order to leave the USA, you need to have money. And to start a life outside of your country, you need to have money. And your people, you're struggling to look for food every day. You work 3, 4 jobs to earn enough for a living. So what the heck is that? In America, the land of the free, the American dream, and you work 4 or 5 jobs just enough to earn enough for living. How the hell can you only? I remember about 35% of U.S. citizens have a passport, and not everyone who has a passport travel. What was your favorite activity you were able to do while EJ was away? Let me think. I cook. I test. Usually EJ doesn't like Vietnamese noodles, kind of soupy thing. It's just like teen soupy noodles. He doesn't like it. So usually I tend to not cook those things while he's here with me, but while he's out, I usually tend to cook a bunch of stuff like that. So I cook a bunch of Vietnamese food. So it's pretty kind of wholesome kind of hobby, right? So I cook porridge, I cook Vietnamese crab noodle, I cook some all kind of soup and hot pot. EJ likes stir-fried pho, not the traditional. He's weird. He doesn't like soupy things, so he doesn't like the soupy pho. But he likes stir-fried pho. Stir-fried pho is another Vietnamese very awesome food that I don't think that is common outside of Vietnam yet. I do hope. I think that in the next cooking video, I will teach you how to make stir-fry pho. It is way easier than making traditional pho, and it's also very extremely good. And that's the thing that we Vietnamese also eat a lot. So yeah, I think so. They have of course the pho, the noodle, and then some beef, and then some green cabbages. Stir fry them all together and eat it. I don't know what you're talking about. Cosplaying an anime con with the South Vietnamese flag. I never saw it, but let's get to the point today. That's enough for warming up. 3 Stripe, what's up with 3 Stripe? So, do you remember? Let me share this. Do you remember that about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I think, I had a stream where I check out their website. Remember this one? I will turn off the background so people can see better. This background is good. I think so. Okay, so that is it. The Hexagon Monument. And they, at that time I checked, it was around April, I think. And they said like this event will happen in the end of April. And they check it again around that day. Instead they cancel it, they reschedule it to May. So at May I check it, they reschedule it to July, 19 July, something like that. And now I just check again, they still keep it as 19 June. 19 June. But the weird thing is this. They still put this up, register for Hexagon Monument inauguration, even though it already happened according to their own invitation letter. And to see this, you still have to contribute like at least 150, from 150 up to 5,000 and more to join that, okay? So if it's over already, why is it still up? Second question, before the stream I spent the whole 15 minutes. Yeah, the whole 15 minutes Google search, doing the Google search, and I don't see any actual monument or any event. I just don't. It's very weird. All the pictures that they posted here and this website, this ugly ass website. I like, the design pictures only, not the actual picture. So what's going on? I checked a lot of their official YouTube channel and nothing freaking happened. I mean, you still remember the Imperial Duke President Đào Minh Quân? The Holy Imperial Duke Đào Minh Quân. So I think this is, as I said from the start, it is totally a scam. And it just keeps scamming people like this once every few years or something. It's where the heck is the hexagon? And the ridiculous thing is that that hexagon is to commemorate 58,000 U.S. soldiers died in the Vietnam War, not the Vietnamese people, not the 3 million Vietnamese people, but the 58,000 U.S. soldiers. Come on, EJ. I tell you that you love stir-fry pho, not the traditional pho. I didn't slander you. Shit. I talked shit about EJ and he heard it. Damn it. Damn it. Starfuck asks, what's up with Karate American? Yeah, what's up? Watching morning stream is not common for working class people. Come on. There are a lot of comrades who work night shift, and this is perfect if they work and watch the stream at the same time. But anyway, I mean, we're living in a globe, so I mean, if it's convenient to these people, is going to be inconvenient to other group of people. That is why we have many channels, you know. Yeah, pig web design. It's so ugly. Oh my gosh, it's so ugly. So my update is that this is a scam. It's just straight up a scam. I cannot find a single picture about the actual hexagon. And I even checked the live streams of a bunch of three stripers, three stripes. And most of them just, they use like, a fake ass background picture of the hexagon. They sit in front of it, just like I'm sitting in front of my universe right now. It's just that I cannot find a single picture of the actual hexagon, of the actual event. And people are paying $150 up to $5,000 for that. Like what? To join that? What? Excuse me? Yeah. It's always just night or morning somewhere. Okay, so also lots of people might ask, what does three stripe mean? So look at this. I'll show you this. Why not?
Because we are fighting for this country.
So, three stripes is this flag.
This country we don't want to become.
Wearing the flag is just so ridiculous. So the flag that woman is wearing, okay? And it's a yellow flag with the three red stripes. It's the flag of the fascist puppet regime in the south of Vietnam. and it was chosen by those puppet governors, the dictator Ngô Đình Diệm, backed by the USA. All right. So it is a flag of a fascist puppet regime backed by the USA. And to this day, they in 1975 they lost the war with the communists, and then Vietnam used the red flag with the golden star as our official flag. But those losers, still live in the past and try to seek glory in the past, and yeah, they wear that kind of flag, and it become like an insult to those people. Right now we call them three stripes, and it is pretty funny. It become an insult, so it's like the word gusana, something like that. And in Vietnamese we're like, oh, so you're three stripe means you're anti-communist loser. Just like that, the Vietnamese anti-communist losers. That's what the insult mean. I can see my YouTube members bombarding the chat with cute meme, cute emojis. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. Sunny with no context of what's going on, and my first thought was, oh no, my Adidas hoodie. Yes, it just looked like Adidas, and the DHL too. You know, the DHL, the official logo of DHL is also yellow with 3 red stripes, and we laugh at them so hard. Like, oh, so you usually brag about how rich and powerful you are, but you cannot even protect your own country's quote-unquote flag? And now, oh, that's a question. Turn into the geopolitics, huh? Why is Vietnam in Biden's Indo-Pacific strategy? Of course. Well, isn't that obvious? Look at open the world map, and look at the location of Vietnam. Vietnam is right in the peninsula of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, and we are in a very important kind of S-line, kind of coastline. That if you want to go to, you know, the continent of Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, something like that, and China too, the best way is to go through Vietnam. So it is a very important kind of location in the world for trading, for sea transportation, something like that. That is why Vietnam has been attacked and conquered a lot by the most powerful countries on earth mostly because of our location, you know. So of course, when the USA especially if they want to fight against China, Vietnam is located right fucking next to China. And we own a long-ass coastline that even China wants it. That is why with the South China Sea bullshit that they're trying to take over to gain the control of that whole coastline in Vietnam is ridiculous. And yeah, of course, if the USA want to fight against China, they've been wanting Vietnam to recruit Vietnam to make Vietnam become a vassal state of the USA, so they can, you know, they control Philippines and also heavily influence Indonesia, and also if Vietnam like that means that, you know, just look at the map, they can, you know, cover, you know, surround that whole area with Vietnam, Indonesia, and Philippines like that. And of course, because China is claiming for the South China Sea bullshit, and the USA, of course, want to use that kind of narrative for us to join them. So it's very extremely complicated, and you need to have a very good amount of knowledge about the geopolitics and the history of countries in this area so you can understand it. But Is that obvious? Of course, the U.S. want Vietnam to be a vassal state of the USA so they can use it as a, as a buffer state to, fight to attack China. Does USA have no shame? No whatsoever. They never had any shame. They are the most hypocrite country on fucking earth. In capitalist term, Vietnam is prime real estate. Exactly. U.S. wants Vietnam to be another South Korea. Yes, it is exactly what they've been wanting since the 50s. That was why the puppet regime in South Vietnam and trying to get, trying to get Vietnam to turn Vietnam into another South Korea and North Korea. Just they failed. That is why they've been trying so hard to the States to trying to get us to be the puppet to them, but just nah. It's so Vietnam, the situation in Vietnam right now is extremely complicated and lots of people don't understand it. It's another rabbit hole. But long story short, Vietnamese people, we understand the importance of our location. And we also understand that we are located right next to a very superpower, which is China. At the same time, the USA always just observe and try to influence us. So our official stance is that Vietnam will not sign with any other country against any other country. Vietnam will not sign with any country against any other countries. Oh shit. Give me a second. I'm back. Hi. It says where is my vMix, and I think that I need to update it or something. After maybe once every hour, the camera will be frozen, and I had to reset it. But yeah, it's fine. I'm back. I saw a Vietnamese Buddhist temple here, and it was flying a 3-stripe flag. God damn it, seriously, they Buddhists and they anti-communists. Don't they know that in the 60s, under the Xian's dictatorship, he was literally slaughtering Buddhists? What? Xian was Christian, and he wanted the South Vietnam to just follow Christianity. That is why they slaughtered and arrested and tortured thousands of Buddhists. Just go Google it. Just go Google the Buddhist protests in Vietnam in the 60s under the Diem regime. God damn it. And now Buddhists over there flying that Southern flag that literally committed genocide against Buddhism? I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. How are they gonna explain that happened in the 60s? So literally the official policies of the dictatorship was to eliminate Buddhism and force everybody to become Christian. Catholic to be exact. Lots of African countries also refusing to pick a side like the West wants them to do. Geopolitics is a political game that is very dangerous, and if you take one step wrong, that's gonna be the end, the doomsday of your nation. So it is very complicated. Now here's the thing. This is a seriously, if you really want to learn about geopolitics, especially the conflict between Vietnam, China, and the USA, why Vietnam struggle in the in between them. So here's the thing. The history of Vietnam and China is very complicated. I talked about this a long time ago. We have thousands of years of history, all right, of struggling for independence and self-determination. So just keep in your mind that it is very complicated. Do not simplify it, god damn it. And also at the same time, the history of Vietnam between the USA is also very bloody. Just 50 years ago, they wanted to bomb Vietnam back to the Stone Age. So, saying that Vietnam is picking a side is extremely ridiculous based on the actual relationship and the history between the three countries together. Alright? And it's clearly that China and the USA are like the two poles. They just like opposite each other. They just hate each other so much. That's what they show on the internet, on the news. I don't know how exactly they hate each other. They still work and try to get with each other a lot because there's two superpower countries. But anyway, the xenophobia, you know what I mean. So Vietnam is kind of in between the situation based on our location. We located right next to China. It is a very sensitive kind of location that both countries want to have influence in our area, because China, they want to have influence, of course, in Vietnam. Just look at the South China Sea and how hard they are to get the control of that thing. And we are still fighting so hard against this. We, the South China Sea, aka our East Sea, is a sea that we've been using with, Philippines, Indonesia, Brunei, and Malaysia peacefully for so long, for decades. But now suddenly China just jump in and ask for it. It's just ridiculous. Just look at the map. If you have at least some knowledge about geopolitics and geometry or something like that, it's just ridiculous. The shape of the South China Sea that they are asking, but they're still doing it. It's ridiculous. So we're fighting against that? Absolutely. But at the same time, I know that the USA is using that narrative to try to get Vietnam to join their side, and based on the history just happened between Vietnam and the USA is still an imperialist, capitalist hellhole. We don't want to be their vassal state. So it is extremely complicated. That is why Vietnam do not pick a side. We can't, because if we choose the USA side, we become a puppet state. We be imperialized. And all the things that we did, all the revolution, all the fighting, all the socialist building would be in vain. We'll lose everything, puppet state of the USA. And we will become a shithole country very soon. At the same time, China will use that against us. And because we located right next to fucking China, dude. It's just so easy for them to deploy some attack in Vietnam or something. We can't. And if we choose the side of China, the USA will officially declare Vietnam to be the enemy of the state, and then you will immediately, they will attack Vietnam even more, say that the state of Vietnam has no freedom, no democracy, and just send bombs and drone strikes our country, just what they did in Somalia. In Iraq. So what? Of course we can't pick a side. That is why I see a bunch of Westerners, they don't know anything about geopolitics. And they laugh at Vietnam like, they laugh at both like, so Vietnam joined the USA side? Oh, Vietnam become a vassal state of China? Oh, why don't Vietnam pick a side? You must pick a side. Like, god damn it. Talking about the Khmer Rouge, it was very bloody. Oh, I think that I have a Joe in the chat, but it's a fun question. Why Vietnam think China care about you? Is this is the obvious show. Absolutely, because you, what amount of ignorance and indoctrination for you to ask this very ding dong question, I gotta say, seriously. I fail to see how a person can be Buddhist and anti-communist. Same thing. I just don't see it. How? Yeah, the U.S. government, this is exactly it. Sees itself in neoliberal terms. They view other countries to either be the vessels to be acquired or competition to be crushed. Exactly. That is a very correct perspective about the U.S. politics. They just see people as, the competitors or, their puppet. They can make it. If they cannot make use of you, they will destroy you. So you either be their puppet or be their competitor. There's no concept like friendship in the politics of the USA. Nope, there's no friendship. Nope. The UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, the countries that are supposed to be good friends with the USA, no. The USA just treated them like a bunch of henchmen, like the hound dogs. And they just do whatever the US tell them to do. And if they don't, the US is gonna give them like trading sanctions, stop selling them weapons, and also just turn on a bunch of their superpower in social media and media, mainstream media in general, to just down with those countries. It's a relationship of godfather and a bunch of henchmen. And if they don't do what they ask them to do, they're gonna be their enemies, and you're gonna be crushed and destroyed. England and France have been arguing about who owns whose waters for forever. Yeah, complicated. So even with that, the USA-South China Sea would still be a conflict. Yes, it is. It is still a conflict. And the USA just make use of this situation. They trying to jump into it, but actually they just don't, and we all know that. We all know that. So, yeah, it's extremely complicated. God damn it. I'm back. Vimic is so weird. Just don't understand it. But honestly, as from a leftist, a communist perspective, you are very ding dong if you want to go into a war with China right now. You're very ding dong. China is a superpower. They are like the manufacturer of the whole world. They're just too powerful to be sanctioned. You cannot sanction them. You can't. They just. And here's the thing. I think it's a good point where Chinese people, they do not use Google or YouTube or Facebook or social media. I think they have their own version of social media. Dude, it's a very smart move because even though of course, the West been using that to fight against them, to see them as indoctrination, okay, whatsoever. But the thing is that, like, if they got sanctioned, it doesn't affect them at all because they have their own system of everything. And their population is 1.5 million people. A huge market. You think that you can sanction them? Seriously? Serious? You can't even sanction Russia. It's ridiculous. It's to the point that if any country think that they can fight, they think that they should join the USA and fight against China, you're very ding dong. They doom. It's the end of the story. That's it. Because somebody just talked about, Australia, a vassal state, a henchman, a house dog of the USA. Think that they should join the USA to fight against China, even though China is the biggest trading partner with Australia. Dude. Delusional, seriously. Our social media is just too brainwashed. Anyway, exactly, it's ridiculous, to, a bunch of Westerners using Twitter and Reddit, and then laugh at China at using Baidu and Weibo. Like, seriously? I mean, are you any different from that? If you think that they just pure indoctrination, do you think that your Bird app and Reddit is not indoctrination, not trying to brainwash you? Are you that brainwashed? Just look at how, NATO's and EU trying so hard, to sanction Russia. Look at how fucked up they are right now. They can't even do that to Russia, let alone China. Yeah, who do they think they are? It's ridiculous. That is why Vietnam never agreed to join them to sanction Russia, because it's a very ding-dong idea and it's never work. And India and China and Russia, they working very closely with each other. Did you know that India bought oil from Russia cheap because they have a good relationship with Russia? And now they are selling that oil to European countries with extremely high price. And they are making good fortune out of it. That's what you got. Ridiculous. I mean, I don't hate India. If we can have a chance to do that, we're gonna fucking do it. Gonna fuck over NATO countries, rich European countries that have been imperializing the shit out of my own country. So fucking yes, do it. Buy cheaper gas and oil from Russia and sell them with a freaking high price to those European countries. Yes, please. But it's what's actually going on. Look at this, still ridiculous. A bunch of NATO countries trying to fucking sanction Russia and they think that they will win. Try this. Exactly. So much of your tech is dominated by American companies, but those American companies, they mostly put their factories in Vietnam and China and India. You just put the headquarters in the USA, but actually the manufacturing is in Vietnam, China, India. So actually you're like, again, I say it many times, it's a paper tiger. You have the title, but you don't have the actual strength. And that's it. Let me look at it from an economist perspective right now. An economist and a Marxist-Leninist, because believe it or not, I studied Marxism-Leninism, and also I studied economics in university, in the National Economic University, a top 10 best business university of Vietnam. Now look at it. Look at the economy of the USA right now. The vast majority of wealth from your economy is from service. Okay, the service sector is the most is the dominant source of wealth right now in the USA, and service is extremely unstable. It only works when society is stable and people have a lot of wealth. They want to spend their wealth onto the service so they can be comfortable in life. The actual core power of economy is agriculture and industry. Two things. Agriculture means that you can grow food, you can feed your own people, you can feed your own workers. And industry is when you make your own machines and engines and stuff, so you can stable. So even if the worst case scenario, the whole world economy collapsed and you got sanctioned or separated, isolated from the rest of the world, at least you can still feed your people and you can still make your own stuff like machine, engines, fertilizer. Very fucking important. So you can feed your own people. Now, what does the USA have? Your agriculture is heavily controlled by capitalists that you mostly grow potatoes and corns. Grow corn so you can make corn syrup. For Coca-Cola, for Pepsi, for soft drinks. Grow potatoes so you can make a bunch of other stuff like noodles or something. And mostly it. So your agriculture is a very corporatized, means that it's controlled by the big corporations. Means that they do not give a shit about food security of your population. They just want to grow things that they can make the most profit out of. Means that it's not stable at all. And just look at when they cannot sell any agricultural product like potatoes with good price, they rather bury those potatoes on the ground because they don't want to sell it at cheap price. They don't want to just give it for free to homeless houses people over there. Nope, they cannot make profits, so destroy it. Milk too, because they cannot sell milk with a high price. They just straight up throw away those milk. So, agriculture extremely unstable, and most of the agricultural products that you use every day, you import it from other countries like Vietnam, China, Ukraine, Russia, and many other countries too. India, of course, absolutely. Most of you imported them. Oh, there's one thing that the one thing that USA has plenty of is cheese. I don't know why. They have caves filled with cheese. The National Reserve of cheese. Okay, whatever. Okay, cheese. All right. No wonder why the obesity is very high over there, but okay, whatever. Cheese, national reserves of cheese. Not rice, or not wheat, but cheese. Alright, so agriculture is extremely unstable. Industry. You barely have any factory in the USA. You barely. Most of the stuff you make, you put factory in China, India, Vietnam, and other countries. remember the trade war between China and the USA in 2018? You know, over chips, something like that. Now here's the thing. I worked for a telecommunication, the Chinese telecommunication company at that time, so I knew exactly what was going on. So China, they made some chips, and they sold it to countries in the blacklist of the USA, and the USA took that as an act of aggression. So they punished those companies who made those chips and sold those chips to the blacklist countries. And it caused a huge fight between Trump and Xi Jinping at that time. Yeah, well, of course, my company was heavily affected, yes. So, the thing is that this is a fact about the chips industry that I work on it. China, they make most of the chips. They are able of making most of the chips, computer chips, phone chips, kind of stuff like that. There's only one kind of chip that they are unable to make yet. It is a chip that made in the Silicon Valley of the USA. It is an extremely high quality and extremely complicated chip that China hasn't been able to make yet. They are very close, but haven't been yet. And that is what still keep the USA still like more powerful than China in that kind of field. But very soon, China will gain the technology to make that kind of chip, or they can come up with new technology that can compete with that chip. And until that moment, China is still having to be, you know what you call it, like lose to the USA. But once they make that chip, the USA is done. It's just not scared of the USA anymore. Okay, they're very close to it. And the reason why that countries like China or India and even Vietnam can have that power, gaining that, and that is the reason why we try to persuade companies from the USA to put factories in Vietnam. Because we want your technique. And also at the same time, we can make money in Vietnam. Because, speaking from an economist's perspective, gaining the technology is very important in this 21st century. And of course, you cannot just start from zero. You cannot just sit there and start working on a new technology that other countries have been using it for hundreds of years. Of course. And when they refuse to sell that technology, we encourage them to put the factory here so we can slowly study it. It is a fucking fact. It is true. So, what? That is why China for decades been trying so hard to give, it is evil, I gotta say, to give cheap labors and, a lot of policies to encourage foreign companies to put factories in our country. I hate VMix. God damn it, I'm back. But there's a reason why they do that. And because a bunch of capitalist ding-dongs, they're like, oh, so let's shut down factories in the USA because the salary here is too high. We have to pay too high salary to the workers in the USA. So move them to China. They pay so low there, blah, blah. And then 30 years later, literally China, as just an example, Vietnam too, India too, they just, open their own fucking factory. Using the technology that they've been learning and studying from the USA. It saves a lot of time to us. One of the main reasons why the China is becoming a huge superpower right now in industry and manufacturing is because of that. So, You don't have agriculture. You don't have stable, strong agriculture. You don't have any fucking factory in your own countries. What? The thing that the USA have right now is two main things the USA are using to manipulate the whole world's economies. First, petrodollar. Petrodollar. Dollar is the what do you call it? The basic currency for the whole world to run right now, and because they own that, so they manipulate the whole fucking world economy. Yes. Same thing, they also have oil and gas, natural gas, some in your country, but they do. And another thing is that they also control, because of the petrodollar, they control a bunch of countries with oil in the world. Look at the East Asia. The West Asia. Guys, I'm sorry, the West Asia. Middle East. I don't like that term, but anyway. And Venezuela, a country with a lot of oil that do not want to be the vassal state of USA, they are under sanction to this day. Petrodollar, oil and gas. And also, I gotta say, the nearly 6,000 nuclear warheads. 5,800, I think. Nuclear warheads and a bunch of weapons. So what? I just described the economy of the USA to you. What does it look like? A fucking godfather, a bullier. Manipulate the currency using petrodollar. Bomb every country and drone strike every country that has oil to force them to submit to the power of USA, and also own a bunch of guns and weapons and nuclear warheads and drones. The show about three-stripe losers. Yes, I just whine about the USA. Now, three-stripe losers is related a lot to three-stripe losers. Because the USA, they paper tiger. They do not have any actual. Just imagine the whole world somehow sanction the USA. You're gonna die very soon. The citizens are gonna die very soon. But the thing they have very powerful is the mainstream media, the indoctrination. That is why lots of people, anti-communist ding-dongs, they still believe in the American dreams. The land of the free and the home of the brave. And three stripes, Vietnamese three stripes, Viet Gusanos are one of them. They just so delusional. I can't stand it. I just really can't stand the ignorance of those Vietnamese three stripes. It's just so ridiculous. So, fun story about three stripe Vietnam. True story. All I tell you is true story. Alright? So, you know that in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, lots of Vietnamese people sell to the US. You try to seek for the American dreams. That is a fucking fact. Nowadays, there are about 3 million Vietnamese diaspora outside of Vietnam right now, around that. Most of them are in the USA. So there were many reasons for them to that. But the main reason was Vietnam was so freaking poor at that time. Vietnam was under comprehensive US sanction. We just got out of the war and we barely can feed ourselves. And at the same time, we had to fight against the Pol Pot regime in the south of Vietnam. It was a terrible time for Vietnamese people, and we almost died of starvation at that time. And lots of people blame communism for that. Instead of seeing why Vietnam was in that situation, why we could not feed our own people, they just blame communists because they said, Vietnam under the occupation of USA in the 60s was so rich. So now we won and now we're so poor, blah, blah, blah. So they blame communism, so they left at that time. They left when Vietnam was in the worst shape. to the USA to try to seek for freedom and money. And even to this day, lots of them never even set up food back home to see how Vietnam changed these years. And they still keep in their mind the memories of super extremely poor Vietnam under US sanction. And they're extremely anti-communist, fascist sympathizers. Alright? And we call those people three stripes. That was I think in the 90s. There was a very famous Vietnamese three-stripe singer at that time. She was from Huế, province in central Vietnam. Her name was Khánh Ly. She was extremely talented. I don't like her voice, but whatever. She's a good singer. She's extremely anti-communist. She left Vietnam in the 1990s. And before she left, she said, as long as Vietnam's still communist, even if I died, I will never set a foot back to Vietnam. That's what she said when she left Vietnam in the 1990s. And she's been living in the USA since then until now. Suddenly, now she came back home. She's now 77 years old. She came back to Vietnam. She came back to Vietnam and had a live show around Vietnam. And we're like, what? What the fuck are she doing here? And during one of her live show, she sang a song, an anti-communist song, literally lying about the nature of the Vietnam War. And that song is banned in Vietnam even to this day because it's written by the three stripes and giving false information. So there's one line in the song saying that 20 years of civil war between the North and the South. And this is extremely wrong perspective that those three stripes been pushing so hard for decades. That the Vietnam War is actually the civil war between the North and the South of Vietnam. It is not the war between Vietnam and the USA. It is a civil war. And this is the kind of the false narratives that have been pushing so hard by a bunch of those three stripes. And it is very disgusting because they undermine the true nature of the Vietnam War. And they are turning like the communists of Vietnam turn out to be like, we slaughter our own people. It's a civil war between the North and the South. And they are trying to, what do you call it? To bleach, to bleach all the war crimes committed by the USA and its allies in that Vietnam War. And they're like, oh, so they're irrelevant. They just came there and helped the puppet South regime of Vietnam. It's a civil war. So it is a very disgusting and false narrative and dangerous too if we don't fight against this narrative. So that song supports that narrative. And that three-striped, 77-year-old three-striped woman went back to Vietnam after decades making money in the US. They went back to Vietnam and tried to make money in Vietnam too. Even though Vietnam to this day is still, fucking communist in the sense that we still have the Communist Party of Vietnam as the leader. And lots of people laugh at her so hard, and mock her oh, this Vietnam is still fucking communist. Why are you back? You run out of money over there already? So that singer is under, not that singer, the company who invited her and helped her run that show is under investigation right now because if you want to run a live show like that in Vietnam, you need to give the local government the list of the songs that will be performed. Especially, this is need to be very careful because the singer is a three-stripe. So it is very dangerous in Vietnam. So according to the law, the companies who have hold that kind of thing will have to give a list of songs to the local government where there will be that show and to ask for permission to perform those songs. Okay, if they agree, they can sing those songs. Okay, that's the thing. And we extra careful because she's the three stripe anti-communist going back home after decades of talking shit about our country, okay? And in that live show, she sang that song. The song was not in the list. It got approved. So the company is now under investigation, and hundreds of thousands of Vietnamese laughed so hard and mocked her. Like, Vietnam is still fucking communist when you're back home, yeah. And that singer also received attacks from the Three Stripes community in the U.S. too. They threatening her never going back because they consider her a traitor to the Three Stripes because she dared to go back to this communist Vietnam to have a live show. So she's like in the middle, like, and no side wants to take her. Of course, Vietnamese in Vietnam hate her and don't want her to be here because she's Three Stripe. But Three Stripe in the USA also do not want to have her because she dares to go back to Vietnam and to sing for this communist country. So it's a ridiculous situation, and it's going on right now with Three Stripes. It's pretty funny to see that kind of drama going on, you know. And with this story, I want to tell you about, you know, there's a big trend in recently that because the economy in the USA is so bad now, that was why I just talked about a bunch of economy stuff in the USA. The economy is so bad in the USA. That is why lots of Three Stripes they have to go back to Vietnam to make money because Vietnam economy is very stable right now, extremely stable, and they need that money. And lots of Three Stripes came back to Vietnam and tried to start a life here. It's just like it is good. There's a good point and a bad point about that. The good point that it is a proof that Vietnam is getting more and more powerful. Our economy is getting better and better, and our people's life is getting richer and richer. So that is why even those Three Stripes living in the American dream now go back to Vietnam to try to make money here. But the sad point is that fucking Three Stripes are going back to Vietnam, dude. We don't want that. So this trend started, I guess, with Hoài Linh, a very famous comedian. He went back to Vietnam in 2007, if I'm not wrong. And he officially just moved out of the USA and moved back to Vietnam. His father was an officer working for the puppet regime of the south of Vietnam. So he's extremely anti-communist. But he decided to leave the USA and go back to Vietnam in 2010. Around that same time. And now another big in Three Stripes was Dan Nguyen. Dan Nguyen was extremely anti-communist, fascist sympathizer of the Viet diaspora community in the USA. And he also just came back to Vietnam, I think, this year, a few months ago, doing some charity. But we all know that charity, quote unquote, is just some kind of, you know, he trying to test the ground, you know, to see if he can be back. So that's it. So that's it. I'm checking the chat right now. Three Stripes usually live in California, Orange County, in Houston. Also Houston. So Orange County and Houston are the most Three Stripes, you know, Little Saigon in California, actually. And they also most of them live in Australia too. I think Sydney, I think. Also some in Canada, but mostly in the USA and Australia. The funny thing is that Viet diaspora in France are pretty in favor of socialism. They're not really socialists, I gotta say, but they are not as nuts as those three tribes in the US and Australia. Yeah, Cuban Gusano mostly live in Florida. Vietnamese Gusano mostly live in California. Dominated by Vietnamese, but it's called Comrade. First time heard of them. This try. They're so ugly. Those websites extremely ugly. Yep, Orange County. Let's look at. Oh, here's the thing. Why not? Why not? No. Just have some fun. Let's have some fun. Give me It's really funny. Just look at this. So we have about 30 minutes left. Why not just have some fun? So around January 2022, that was oh gosh, so horrible. I mean, okay, let's do this. Oh, I hate this so much. Can I move it to this side and change it to this side a bit better? Oh no, it's so ding dong. Nope, doesn't work. Alright, let's do this. Alright. January, that was an important announcement. So this is for you to understand how nuts they are if you're not familiar with Vietnamese three tribes. Okay, so it happened this year in January. In a big new event, of course they're anti-maskers. Absolutely, during the pandemic, but okay, whatever. I need to make sure that I share the audio. Give me a second. Okay, share audio. Okay. Let's just watch this, and if you don't understand anything, I can translate that for you.
Not least, because we are fighting for this country, we don't want to become a communist, you know what, hole. I want to bring attention to a delegation from Vietnam, from the...
You hear that? That Karen does so not care about that. And that about the three tribes that they even call them Taiwan, not Vietnam, but okay. Alright.
Republic of Vietnam, they're standing back up their country and they're taking communism out. They approached me yesterday, I spent several hours with them, and I was able to get them in front of General Flynn today, where they presented General Flynn with a document about crimes against humanity, and they want General Flynn to be the director and helping take back and prosecute the people that are responsible for the crimes against humanity, not only in their country, but we want him to do it here. And this is done by we the people.
They're so white. Look at the people who joined. They're so white.
Through our own environmental court, a court that is recognized by Congress, and it's American citizens standing up and doing this again. The delegation, are you here?
Yes, right here, right there.
Oh, right here. There you are. Come up really quickly.
Look at that VIP. Oh my God, it's a VIP chair, and look at that. It's just a piece of paper tying up in that horrible chair. That's VIP. This is so this is it. This is a three stripe you're talking about. We're talking about those three stripes. Okay. Why are they so white?
Go ahead.
That's Viet Fusano.
Before I want to do the speech, I just want to say USA! 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 Thank you.
Why? Why do you hail the name of the USA? It's like Hail USA or something like that. I'm having a stroke right now. Oh gosh. They're even worse than the ampersand.
Thank you.
Look at that super spreading event. Yay!
First of all, I would like to thank you, Vietnamese still, for inviting us here today. And especially you have us on the stage. Secondly, I want to thank you, Clay Club, who organized this event, this conference. Thank you. Yeah. And dear patriots, we, Wei Lam, Lieutenant General of Republic of Vietnam, and our delegation, we have 3 people here, and on behalf of our Honorable President Đào Minh Quân of Republic of Vietnam, Provisional National Government of Vietnam, I hear.
By the way, the full name, the full title of that Đào Minh Quân is the Holy Grand Duke Imperial President Đào Minh Quân. That is a full name. Keep in mind that. The Holy Grand Imperial Duke President Đào Minh Quân. Okay?
Today, we wish you to have a successful conference. Next, we want all of you, patriots here today, to celebrate with us our victory. That we just won the lawsuit 38 trillion against the Chinese communists. The judgment we just declared and
This is war against
by
communist
the
China.
International Environmental Court
38
2 days ago, and was there with us. So this victory will be shared with the Americans and Vietnamese. So it's time, God said it's time. With this victory, we will make America great again.
Of course she's Trumper. The patriot and a Trumper and a 3 stripe. Yay! And an anti-masker. Yay! Great.
We will make Vietnam free again.
Oh, you're
We
right.
support President Đào Minh Quân.
Oh, you're right.
We support
But nobody
President
voted
Đào
for
Minh
him.
Quân. And we support President Đào Minh Quân. Down with communism. Down with communism. We want down communism.
Okay. Now, let me park that shit. I mean. So this is what I have to deal with. Now let's see you want a quick research about the freaking the court that did gave the victory to the Vietnamese Three Strikes against those communist China, 38 million. Let me see. Gosh. So, folks, this is what we have to put up with, okay? Let me see if I can find any information about this. So funny. Oh, I cannot watch the video. That's funny. Oh my gosh. There's no fucking information about this. Đoàn môi trường quốc tế International Environment Court. They don't exist. They don't exist. I cannot find a single information about that on the internet. No way, except that one video. Like the heck? Seriously? Okay, whatever. Alright. And there's no link in the description. There's no way to fucking know. So this is what we have to put up with. The Vietnamese Three Strikes. I mean, yep. This is it. It's laughable and it's sad at the same time. They're just so delusional. I don't know, irredeemable at this point. Even my super conservative dad still has enough sense to not like Trump. There's still about 20 minutes left. Let's have some fun. Let me show you some fun video. Let's watch some fun videos of Three Strikes. Oh gosh, let's have a good laugh. Okay, here. Folks, let's have some fun together. Okay. So this is a trailer of the invitation to that hexagonal monument inauguration or some bullshit, and let's see what they talk about. This is just so bad. No all the graphics. Okay. Let's watch this. Hi, Silversburg. Hi, Silversburg. We are making fun, watching some fun videos from the Vietnamese Three Strikes to see what Vietnamese in Vietnam have to put up with, especially Vietnamese communists. This is our own people. Oh, look at the music. It's like so 80s, the Vietnamese 80s.
Chính phủ quốc gia Việt Nam lâm thời, Việt Nam Cộng
so
hòa,
ugly.
lấy
Look
lại
at
đất
that
tổ,
thing.
công
Fucking.
đạo khổ dân. Ngày
Oh gosh, they even use
Nam Cộng hòa
the symbol of the bronze drum of Vietnam that found in my freaking hometown. Can't stand it. Oh gosh. I think they have the second part, they have the English version of
hòa
it.
lấy
Trong cuộc thi binh cộng 10 một kho vào Việt Nam, chính phủ quốc 2 gạch chéo
1,700 American hero.
S 2
let's
gạch
listen
chéo
to this.
www.chínhphủquốc.com gạch chéo.
In the contest, honor the American hero on Hip Hop Times held in 2021. The first prize article by author Sunny M. about 58,721 American heroes. The content of the article
There's no real picture. These are all just the what do you call it? The full Photoshop of the architect. It's not real. Look at this. It's not real. There's no actual monument. And also the English is so bad. I know that I have strong accent, but holy shit, the English is so bad. And they Viet diaspora. Why the English so bad?
is as follows. The 58,721 American
It's a
hero
shit.
names
Yeah,
were carved
exactly.
in the hexagon monument and in the hearts of Vietnamese people. The so-called Vietnam War is an unjust war created by the North Vietnamese communists under the guidance from the Chinese and the international communists that has caused heavy losses to
ugly.
Vietnam, the United States and its
What is
allies around the world. More than 3,595,000 lives have been lost, including 58,721 US soldiers. The sacrifices and losses of the United States and the allies for nearly 10 years.
What the fuck is with this yellow, ugly ass blanket in the background like this? So ugly. And what is this tree round thing? What's supposed to? Does it mean? What's the point? Looking at this as an artist and a video editor, this is so goddamn ugly. They cannot even find a better graphic for this projector. The video is loud, huh? Okay, put it down. Okay. Oh gosh.
From 1965 to 1973 in Vietnam in order to protect South Vietnam from the invasion of the North Vietnamese communists were uncountable. Imperial Duke Dao Minh Quan,
Imperial
the third president
Dao Minh
of
Quan.
RVN and Vietnamese
That's him.
people
Nobody
are
voted
always
for him.
indebted to the government and people of the United States and allies, especially the US, for helping Vietnam throughout the history of Vietnam's defense war, for sacrificing
So see, that is how they look at the Vietnam War. They saw like those American soldiers was the saviors of the Vietnamese people. Despite the fact that 3 million Vietnamese died and they just tons of war crimes committed by the American soldiers. Just go read the Phoenix program, huh? But they still look at them as the saviors of Vietnamese. So this is what their perspective.
fighting in Vietnam and have carried Vietnamese refugees in their own countries since the evacuation of the RVN on April 1975 to the present day. With their own hands and sincere hearts, Imperial Duke President Quan Minh Dao
Again, 3D
and his
picture.
comrades completed a memorial construction hexagon
They
monument
don't even have a
to
new
pay
picture. It's the
tribute
same
to
exact 5 pictures.
721 American soldiers who laid down in the battle to defend South Vietnam at Tu Nhieu Dong, 10800 Sierra Road, Atlanta, California, 92301. The hexagon monument
Everybody, if yeah, I will show you the address again.
0800 Sierra Road, Atlanta, California.
Okay, if you're in that area in California, can you please do me a favor, pass by that place and maybe tell us, take a picture of that thing, because I cannot find a single picture, actual picture of that monument. They can't, yeah, actually. I just need a shitty American right-wing presenter, and it's almost like a Braga U video. Oh gosh.
92301. The hexagon monument, consisting of 6 tall and white-black walls. Each wall has 2 sides, is supported by 2 pillars of marble, forming a hexagon. A total of 12 wall sides and guards with the names of
I doubt it is an actual
58,721 American comrades in arms who sacrificed for Vietnam, built around a great cement base with a white hexagonal star at the center,
Oh gosh.
along with lighting capable of emitting a glow of 5 to 10 kilometers, enough for people from far away or an aircraft flying around the area being able to
It is
notice.
so bad.
The honorable names of the American heroes are forever carved here on the walls of the hexagon monument, as well as forever engraved in the hearts of generations of the Republic of Vietnam and Vietnamese people. On the occasion of the anniversary of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Vietnam, on June 19, 2022, the Provisional National Government.
Here's the thing, they said that is in a hexagon monument. Here's his address: Sierra Road, Adelanto, California. In Sheraton Hotel, here. But you know what? It's very weird, but I try to Google to see some actual videos or live streams or pictures of this event. Nothing happened. I don't see anything. Cannot find anything. No, it's a hexagon, not a pentagon. It's a hexagon. That I cannot find a single actual picture of it, or the event, or whatsoever. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is the address, and I don't know. If any one of you have any chance to pass by this address, please check out for me. Give me some confirmation that it actually exists or not. Cannot find a single picture of it.
Of Vietnam will organize the inauguration ceremony of the Hexagon Monument in Tu Nghie Dong 10800 Sierra Road, Atlanta, California 92301 USA on June 18, 2022 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and at the Sheraton Hotel and Sheraton Garden Grove 12221 Harbor Boulevard, Garden, USA on June 19, 2022 from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. It is also the gala of the Vietnamese militia.
So ugly. Look at this design. Holy shit. Seriously, look at this. Just give me a stroke. Look at that extremely busy background with the firework. Okay. And the yellow kind of thing on the bottom. Super fake 3D. They cannot find a better 3D version of that. And then the lines of the Thỉnh Nguyện. Oh gosh. The lines to uphold the imperial dukedom in Quần. It's so ugly. Red and blue and green, purple. What is this? And look at the actual design of the invitation. So ugly. And look at this. The president Ngô Đình Diệm and the president Nguyễn Văn Thiệu. You want to hear? You want to hear two fun story about these two? Ngo Dinh Diem was a dictator back by the USA, literally slaughtered and dragged the guillotine to kill anyone that he suspected to be communist, and also he slaughtered and suppressed Buddhism in the 60s, and then after that he was assassinated by his own people. We communists didn't even need to do that; they just coup themselves. So another guy under his in his government assassinated him. We doubted that the CIA told them to do that, but we don't have any proof, and they don't say nothing. But we very doubt that the CIA actually wanted him to die. Okay, and then that guy coups him. The other guy coup that guy. The other guy coup that guy. That coup that guy. That coups him. And then Thiệu took another coup and took over. And Diem was Thiệu was the one who. We usually say that April is the lie of Thiệu. It's because what happened was in 1975, right? I think so. Yes. In the speech in front of many people in Saigon, Vietnam, when they were under the attack coming from the north, the communist soldiers. And Thiệu said that we will fight until the last Vietnamese people against communists. Alright? And then he said that, and he said like he will fight until the last breath along with his own people in Saigon. 4 days later, he took a flight to the US, brought as much money and gold as he can. So Thiệu was extremely a liar. He just lied his whole country. Like 4 days ago, he said that he would fight to the last breath until the last people of the South Vietnam against the communists. 4 days later, he got to a private plane with shitload of money and gold with his family and flew to the USA. That was it. That's it. Nguyễn Văn Thiệu. And then they literally just put up 2 pictures of these 2 losers in the invitation as they brought of it. A guy who was a dictator got assassinated by his own people. And the guy, another last president, was the fucking dude who lied to the whole South Vietnam and took money and ran away. Oh gosh. Hang on. Okay, Cobra Commander, you want the address again? I'm gonna do it. Here it is. Here it is for you. See it? 10800 Sierra Road, Adelanto, California. Alright? That is the actual hexagon monument that they said it is located. I mean, that's it. Oh, you know where it is? The Adelanto is weird place to put a monument. Most prisons out there and ICE detention facilities. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. ICE facilities are there? Okay. There is nothing there. Are you kidding me? Those three strikes, they had a whole event introducing them. They took thousands of dollars from everyone who joined this. What are you talking about? You say that is a scam? Sierra Road is really empty. The dude on the poster, like the one guy in Vietnam, I don't know. He's such a loser. I think he's even worse than John Guaido. I don't know who's worse. Zoom in satellite view. I mean, let's just finish this freaking video.
From 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., It is also the gala of the Vietnamese militia to honor Imperial Group President Quan Minh Dao as
Oh my
emperor.
gosh.
We invite our
Here, at this event, he also took the chair as the king of Vietnam. Hoàng đế means the king or the imperial of Vietnam. So he claimed to bring the freedom and democracy to Vietnam, and he loved freedom, but he also claimed to be the emperor of Vietnam. This is literally monarchy. Fucking fireworks. It's just so ugly.
comrades, veterans, and ARVN allies, and Vietnamese compatriots who attend
Look
to
at that.
personally touch each name
Oh,
engraved on the
yes.
black wall of the hexagon monument in memory and honor of the American heroes who died for freedom, and to attend special events of the General Assembly. Please contact the organizing committee by phone number Lieutenant General Lam 403-831-6672. Major
So the
General
Third Republic of Vietnam, what does that mean? So it means when Vietnam was under French colonialism, they also put up a fake government, and they call that the First Republic of Vietnam. When the Vietnam was under the U.S. occupation, they formed the Second Republic of Vietnam, and now the Holy Grand Imperial Duke President Đào Minh Quân claimed that he wants to build the Third Republic of Vietnam. So literally, the colonialists, and then the imperialists, and now the new time, the Third Republic of Vietnam. That's the story of that name.
General Tong, plus 61 413 567 537. Brigadier General Nguyen, 951 375 6228. Or email Third Republic of Vietnam at gmail.com or VPTT at cpqgvnlt.com. Please respond before.
You see, the gas is 150 and the sponsor is 5,000. Who's gonna pay that?
For May 19, 2022.
So
Honor
dumb. Look
support
at that.
5,000 plus US dollar. VIP guest
So ugly.
500 US dollar. Or guest
Look at that
150
sparkling
US
background.
dollar.
The
Remark.
flying
Gala
yellow.
attire and email
Scarf.
invitation request confirmation will be sent to you. For further information, please log on to
Can't stand it.
http://www.
Looking at from a designer perspective, the background is very, very extremely busy. With the flag and with the weird yellow scarf blanket, and also the shadow and the text and the three weird round things flying around.
hexagonmonument.com or https://www.chinshuquocia.com/.
Gosh. Oh. Motion graphics is my passion. Oh, it's so ugly. Look at that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I just can't. Look at the background. Look at this bottom thing. And look at this stamp. Look at this text. Look at this dude, this guy behind him as flag with Phoenix with three stripes. Look at this teeny tiny lines here, and here is a picture of Vietnam over here. What? What's this? Oh. Stroke. I'm having a stroke with this design. Oh gosh. Okay. The heart's love. Look at this delusional people. Oh, that's it. I mean, that's it. I think that's enough for my mental health. Oh gosh. I think I have to put my leg up here on the chair. Can't stand it. Mm-hmm. Headache. I seriously physically have a headache. So, that's a street stripe. Street stripe, the Vietnamese street stripe. Welcome. Welcome to the enlightenment. Oh, we overtime. Oh. Stockholm syndrome is very real. Yes, exactly. It is very real. It is exactly. Beside the point, these kinds of design choices and elements seems quite pervasive, and those overseas Viet channels really design was clearly the pattern. Exactly. If you check out, this is their style. It's just their style. It's strange. I mean, it seems like that they're, they just stop and then 80s and the 90s. Even though in Vietnam we develop into a new era already, but those people, they're still stuck in that 90s and 80s time. I mean, not in a good way. Not in a good way. I found that hexagon on a map. It is in the middle of a desert. Really? Really? Do they have any picture of it? I have only one very shitty picture. But when I click into that picture, the link just did to another thing. Map. I'm checking map right now. I'm having fun. Folks, I'm having fun. Hexagon monument. Hexagon monument. Nothing. I'm gonna copy the freaking address. See. Where is it? 10800 Sierra Road. Okay. Map. Where is it? Sierra Road, Adelanto. What is it? Adelanto? West Sierra Adelanto. CA. Okay. Okay, this is it. So, let's do this. Share screen, current tab, this. Okay. We are here. This is Sierra Road, okay. Layers. Okay. I see nothing. It's literally a middle of desert. You're right. Huh. Okay, this. Ooh, here, right? This is it? Is it? And what is this? Is this it? Is that it? The hexagon thing? I think that's it. Yeah, yep. Aw, look at this monument. Aw, look at this in the middle of fucking nowhere. Nothing here, no houses. Alright, okay. Oh, literally in the desert, huh? Interesting. Okay. Why nobody name the place first? What's this? San Bernardino County? that line. I didn't pay attention to that literal lawn in the desert. Who's gonna take care of that? Okay. You see, and the Epoch Times paid for it. Okay, folks, if you have any chance to pass by this, I just want you to do me a favor that take a picture of me so I can check out. I care very much about the lawn, you know, and I want to look at to see the hexagon, the actual hexagon. It looks like in real life, and I care so much for the lawn. How the hell can they have water to water this lawn? Look at this literally desert. How far is it to the Orange County? Can I do the direction? Sunset Hills Memorial. Okay, still. Dude. It's middle of nowhere. Look at this. Creepy. You're right. Couldn't have a passing. Absolutely. Look at that. Oh gosh. If you grab the yellow man at the bottom right corner and drag him to the road, you might be able to see the. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, having fun. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see this place. I want to see here. Can't. Can I throw him here? Why? Why? It doesn't work. The roll. Can't. There's no picture or something. See? You see me trying? Huh. Heiza. Yeah, it doesn't work also. There's no one with the 360 camera gone by us, so nope. Sadly. This is the best. I can see. Nope. Nothing. There's a car here over here. Okay. Dude, do you have a 360 camera pass by? Nope. Doesn't look like that. Sorry. Hey. Sad. Why don't you build anything all the way out there? I don't know. Is it free? The land free out there to build it or what? Or maybe it's not too expensive to purchase a piece of land to build a monument? This is great. Today I learned there is a Vietnam to USA brainwashing compound in the middle of the California desert. Well. So sad. Look at that lawn. It's so sad. To take requests to take down the location, not to put them up. Where Zudas lost his boots. That's funny. Where Zudas lost his boots. Not free, but it's dirt cheap compared to somewhere coastal like Orange County. Yep. Yeah, they don't do street view in the middle of the desert. Good God. Oh gosh. So this is it. Hope that we all have fun today. I have fun. I laugh a lot. And it's 11:15 a.m. right now. Thank you so much, everybody. And before we finish, let's watch this new music video that I just uploaded. This one. So this is the Bangaisa band from Kenya. Here. Okay, let's listen to this and then call it a day. Call it a stream. I'll make it louder, I'm sorry, but if you listen to this, it needs to be louder. Okay.
In solidarity with Palestine, we are in solidarity with Cuba, we are in solidarity with Iraq, we are in solidarity with Somalia. We communists.
Viva communism.
Yo. Bangaisa. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists, only fighting for his world peace. We first of its kind, the 21st century. We never behind, this is the place to be. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists, only fighting for his world peace. We first of its kind, the 21st century. We never behind, this is the place to be. A global team of 35 communist leaders with researchers from 35 countries. From Russia, Palestine, South Africa, India, UK, Kuwait, Jordan Nation Kenya, publishing a magazine is down from India with the dance from Europe, promotion Africa. Our aim is to counter capitalistic media and to make Marxism, Leninism bigger. Yes, we are biased, we are anti-capitalist, we are anti-fascist too. We are anti-imperialist, we are leftist media, and we find that very cool. Loyal to our readers, we are very free from cooperative involvement too. For development, support from our readers is a main survival tool. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists only fighting for its world peace. We first of its kind in the 21st century. We never behind. This is the place to be. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists only fighting for its world peace. We first of its kind in the 21st century. We never behind. And this is the place to be. Subscribe for $2.50 per month or $25 annually if you can. Fighting capitalistic propaganda is our plan. With fact, these terms we ain't using no gun. All you need is nothing but your support, and together no lie we get far magazine. Fighting for the commonized, what we do a lot. Let them leave Palestine, Somali, Iraq alone. Communist outlet that's global. Tackling capitalists is a no joke. They made us live hard life like it's normal. We writing facts here only no porojo. We are well known, we are local. To our readers we are very loyal. We have a staff and workers who are top notch. We ain't stopping no soon, we still going on. Communist outlet that's global. Tackling capitalists is a no joke. They made us live hard life like it's normal. We writing facts here only no porojo. We are well known, we are local. To our readers we are very loyal. We have a staff and workers who are top notch. We ain't stopping no soon, we still going on. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists only fighting for its world peace. We first of its kind in the 21st century. We never behind. This is the place to be. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists only fighting for its world peace. We first of its kind in the 21st century. We never behind. This is the place to be. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists only fighting for its world peace. We first of its kind in the 21st century. We never behind. This is the place to be. Subscribe to International Magazine. We communists only fighting for its world peace. We first of its kind in the 21st century. We never behind. This is the place to be. Subscribe yo. Subscribe to International Magazine. Subscribe yo. Subscribe to International Magazine.
They're so talented. So, International Magazine is a magazine, as I said, like in the song, that International Magazine is actually helping the Bangladesh band a lot. And there's all these music videos got support from the International Magazine. So I would really appreciate it if you can, subscribe to that magazine, because it is, really good kind of news source from a communist perspective. And also, there's also a support to our comrades all over the world, and it's just $2.50 a month, or if you subscribe for a whole year, it's just $25 for the whole year, and you can, literally support the comrades all over the world, writing news and bringing you news from a communist perspective. The thing that you would know stories and the knowledge that you would never hear from capitalist mainstream media. And I'm posting the link to the magazine right now. I hope that you can subscribe to it. It's just so affordable, and they're really cool, and they're literally helping this Bangladesh band to make more songs like this, music videos like this. So really appreciate that. Please subscribe. So thank you so much, everybody. See you next time, and go check out the International Magazine, and let's demand them to help the Bangladesh band to make more videos like this, songs like this in the future. Okay, everybody, love you all, and have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Bye.